You're listening to a no-nonsense Roundtable short take, a memorable moment from a memorable show.
This is Dom Genova, host of the No Nonsense Roundtable. What you're about to hear is a short segment from an interview I did with Jeff Tyzik, Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra conductor, composer, arranger, musician, and a Grammy winner, and an inductee in the Rochester Music Hall of Fame. I know you're a conductor, composer. What is your official title at the RPO?
Well, my official title at the RPO is Principal Pops Conductor, which means that I pretty much am in charge of the Pops series, constructing the series, working out who the artists are going to be, what are the programs. But what I do with the orchestra also goes far beyond that, because I'm also involved in many other aspects of concerts that we do. I'm also appearing on the Philharmonic series maybe every other season. And actually, for the last 3 seasons, it's been every year. And then we do other kinds of projects, like the one that we just pulled off, this huge, amazing, and I must say, I'm happy to the fact that it was a very successful and well-attended concert, the Eclipse Spectacular, which we just did basically 10 days ago in the Blue Cross Arena, and I'm still flying up into the moon right now over that concert.
Well, as you should be. I have to say that the performance, the venue that you had, and the presentation was spectacular. I mean, it was. I use the word joyful. I mean, so anybody who was there will know exactly what I'm talking about. Anybody who wasn't there, explain the different things that you had there and how you came to the thought of the thing, because it really did cut across a lot of demographics from old to young.
Well, that one concert, I think, told the mission statement of the Rochester Philharmonic Orchestra, in that we are very inclusive in the Rochester community. We want people from every part of our community, from every economic, socioeconomic strata coming. We want everybody from 4 years old to 104 coming to our concerts. And we tried to do that in that concert, where it started off just as a simple idea. Deb Ross, who was head of the Eclipse Task Force, came to us and said, "Hey, how would you guys like to perform a concert for the Eclipse weekend?" And James Berry, our artistic VP, came to me and said, "You know, wouldn't it be great also maybe if you could write some kind of a piece that we could premiere on that concert?" So we thought about putting it in the Eastman Theater, and the more we discussed it and who we wanted to include, including these wonderful Cirque performers, Troupe Vertigo, who have been to Rochester many times, Rochester City Ballet, Push Physical Theater, the Madrigalia Choir, and the orchestra. And we wanted to do visuals and special lighting. And I just realized that with the amount of people that were supposed to come to Rochester, the Eastman Theater was going to be too small. So we said, what if we put this in the arena, the Blue Cross Arena? And it just took off from there. And we got involved, these great lighting companies from Rochester who travel all over the United States doing concerts right here in town. We got Mark Webster, a composer who does these incredible graphics. We got so many people involved. And every person we talked to said, what an amazing event. Let's see what we can come up with. So the ideas just kept flowing and flowing. And it was like a snowball just coming down a mountain. You could not stop this no matter what. And to imagine that we could pull this entire thing off after 6 months of planning, that we could pull this entire thing off in exactly 1 3-hour rehearsal the day of the concert is an amazing feat.
The rehearsal was the same day as the concert?
Yeah, we rehearsed at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we put the concert on at 7. And they started building the arena, putting the floor down, building the stage, setting up everything at about 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday.
Oh, my Lord. I mean, that's amazing to me, because, I mean, you don't have a lot of time to, if you're doing one rehearsal, you don't have a lot of time to adjust anything by the time showtime happens.
Right. We just had to realize that people were going to do their job, and we hired the best professionals we could. And it was just an amazing feat that it actually came off.
Well, and the thing that impressed me, it was a laser show, it was a video show, it was a ballet, you had the acrobats, the Cirque du Soleil, and then what I enjoyed, quite frankly, was obviously the RPO, but you wrote a suite just for the occasion, right?
Right. I created the Eclipse Suite, which was music about space, and Troupe Vertigo ran with that and created a whole aerial ballet and some other things to be part of it. And actually, I love the encore of the whole program, where we had this gospel choir from the city and all the performers on stage, and two of the Cirque guys, one of them dressed as an astronaut, was flying over the concert as we sang Aquarius, Let the Sun Shine In.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the whole audience was singing.
Yeah. No, everybody got into the spirit of this thing, and they just went crazy, which is what I love. It was all the performers were just blown away by the opportunity to do this, and it was really thrilling to collaborate with everybody.
Well, you have to have an endorphin hit from this. I mean, being involved in this, I mean, that's got to last a long time, right?
I'm still flying to the moon, and there's a rule in my house. I can only talk about something for 4 days, and then we have to stop. So I'm violating that today. But no, listen. I am just so thankful that we actually pulled it off. So
Well, and it's such a great asset for Rochester. People talk about Rochester, and some people, talk about the weather in the sky and stuff. But what a great asset the RPO is. And the other thing I'm looking at, when you had like 7,500 people there, or 7,000 people, or there's abouts, and a lot of these people probably have never been to Rochester before, and they got a taste of what this city is like, and that's just good for all of us.
This was just great for the city, also really fantastic for the orchestra, and the benefits go far beyond what we imagined. So, yeah, it really turned out well, and I'm excited about the press and everybody who just fell in love with what we were doing. So, yeah, it was a great experience.
Well, I have a suggestion for you. I think you should do this every year. We're not going to have an eclipse, but we have a solstice every year. So you do the summer solstice.
Yeah.
Do exactly the same thing, as long as you make a little bit of money on it.
I think at some point we'll do a big event again, but it's going to be a while. So,
yeah, no, thank you. And like I said, everybody, Jeff is an inductee of the Music Hall of Fame. The show or induction ceremony is on May 5th, which happens to be a Sunday. They still have tickets available. And Jeff, I'm sure you'll be there. Well, you're probably in that building like 7 days a week, I would think.
I'm there a lot, but if I can't, I think next week I'm actually conducting the Detroit Symphony, so I'll be there in spirit.
How many different orchestras do you conduct?
Well, I have 3 outside of Rochester. I conduct on a regular basis: Dallas, Detroit, and the Oregon Symphony. But this year I got to conduct the New York Philharmonic.
Wow.
In September, and I'm going to conduct the Philadelphia Orchestra in June. So, I conduct other orchestras as well.
Oh, God bless you. I'm going to have you on for another whole hour show.
We'll do it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jeff. You have a good day.
My great pleasure. And thank you for doing this great broadcast in Rochester. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Tune in every Saturday from 10 to 11 on News Radio Wham 1180. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll make more.